you were like, why is he acting like this? Like, this is not even Doctor Strange. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
there thinking to myself, you have no idea.
Because to get into Shield,
Merge themselves with Ultron.
maybe he's sending her to find Immortus.
Hello, welcome back to New Tales Retold, discussing What If, episode 4. Realize I wrote episode 3 down in my notes. Episode 4, Doctor Strange. What if he lost his heart instead of his hands? Wow. What a turn from the show, right? We were talking about an episode in the first, at least in the first two, how all the decisions, everything was better. They had better outcomes.
Yeah.
Not. They must have heard us and edited episode 4. Like, all right, let's change things up.
It was a pretty crazy turn from the rest of the episodes. He literally experienced Christine's death like over and over and over, trying to fix it.
And it's like, how many times? I wonder if it got to a point where he just got numb to it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he kind of did in that scene where he just sat there and he was like, "All I want is you." And he knew the car was coming when he let her drive,
Yeah.
and just like he's at that point, he's just like, I don't even know.
It's a weird thing though that they added this whole absolute point in time. And it's like now they're making time even more confusing.
Yeah,
So you're telling me there's no universe in which Doctor Strange isn't, where Steven doesn't become Sorcerer Supreme? Because that was or is that like an absolute event just for that timeline?
that's a good question. I would definitely say for that timeline because, I mean, as we've seen when it comes to variants of different people, they can be drastically different.
Yeah.
You know, for all you know, there's a Doctor Strange that was never a surgeon. Maybe he's not
Yeah,
even Doctor Strange.
exactly.
Maybe he's Mister.
Mr. Strange.
So who knows? But it was funny because that came to my mind while we were watching. You were like, why is he acting like this? Like, this is not even Doctor Strange. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
there thinking to myself, you have no idea.
Yeah,
He's a
because it's like he was the way he was talking and everything. He sounded like he was just joking around
Mhm.
a lot of the time, and it's just like from the Doctor Strange we've seen, like doesn't joke around that much, like at all. He's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So it was weird to see him, especially making all those like he was making a lot of jokes.
I think it was him being really sarcastic.
Think so?
Yeah. I think it was him being really sarcastic, like being that much of an asshole.
Hmm.
Like, I'm gonna be really stupid about this. Like when he was like, "Hello, the books." Like he was being a dick. Like he was just like, "Hello, the books." Like, you speak English. Like, that's how he was kind of talking to the guy in the woods when he was looking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
everything, when he was looking for the books. So I think that's what it was
But
like.
that's what I mean though. Like I don't know. I don't picture Doctor Strange of the main MCU timeline acting like that.
Yeah,
At
I
least the way
mean,
we saw him by Endgame.
yeah. I mean, at least we saw well, I mean, in that moment we saw that at that point he wasn't fully him,
Yeah, that
because
is
just
true.
before that we had seen, going a little before that, in the scene with the apple when he was first, because in every episode kind of recreates little, brings back some type
Yeah.
of moment. But what's cool is every moment, I guess, is a little different in their details. I had mentioned with Captain Carter, no, everybody was in the booth. There weren't people
Yeah.
outside. What was it? And damn, I don't think we saw like a replicated moment for the T'Challa episode. At least not that I remember.
I guess just nowhere. Being in nowhere.
Yeah, probably. But
It was a lush and green. You saw the greenery around.
yeah, right. But yeah, anyway, the scene with the apple, the ancient one wasn't there. I don't think anyone walked in on him.
Yeah, it was Wong and Mordu.
Yes, there you go.
Where was Mordu?
Right? Like nowhere.
Yeah.
Nowhere at all.
Like Mordu was the one that found Strange and brought him
Mhm.
to Carmitage.
Yeah.
That's
They
weird.
made it seem like he just found it on his own, pulled up,
Yeah.
and just like he had a breeze.
And Mordu had to even convince the Ancient One. Unless in this universe, Mordu and Caecilius doesn't exist. Because where's Caecilius during? Oh
Yeah,
no, they did say he beat Caecilius.
yeah. Can do He had to deal with Dormammu and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And so yeah, loses her and multiple times as he's trying to save her. And it makes me wonder what took the Ancient One so long. He like tried a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like, isn't he technically by Marvel's, I guess, rules, just creating multiple timelines by continually doing that?
Not necessarily, because that's the idea of the whole absolute point in time. No matter what he tried to do, it kind of fixed itself. So no matter what he tried, Christine died,
Okay, and
and he became Doctor Strange because he was, losing her. Just
yeah.
like he had to went around looking to like for answers,
But
basically.
then, by their rules, when he went back in time, shouldn't there have been two of him?
It's weird because he's not going back in time um, the way everyone else did, the way the Avengers did. The way the Avengers did, they literally physically took a time machine, like not a time machine, but they went through the quantum realm and sent themselves to another timeline. While Strange was literally reversing time using the time stone, sending himself, his like spirit, I
Okay,
guess,
yes, I
back in
understand
time
now.
into
I
his old
understand.
body to do all
Okay,
that. Yeah,
okay. That makes sense now.
though
Oh,
somehow retained all his magic powers.
yeah, he had this the eye on him
Yeah,
still, and everything. And it was it
where he killed himself
yeah, right.
every time he went back.
Every time I went back, like get out of here. um, that fight, man. If the Ancient One and him would have fought,
That would have been crazy. I feel like she stood a good chance for the fact that he ran.
yeah, and she knew exactly what to do in that moment.
Yeah.
She was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to like really do some one of my sus moves that I never told anybody I'm capable
Yeah.
of." Because she kept all her abilities such a secret. It makes me wonder what she can do.
But it's weird though because I'm still confused because if Mordu's not there and this happened after the first Doctor Strange movie, shouldn't the Ancient One be dead by that point? Or
she
did
she was dead. She pulled up
or
from like the afterlife.
not when they fought. She was alive when they fought. Did he like that? Was that during when he went back in time, right?
That's so true. That's so confusing.
No, I think it occurred like he went back in time and that's when they fought. So it was like she was alive at that point because he
Yeah.
technically wasn't even Doctor Strange yet.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Um. Yeah. So he goes to look for the lost books of Cagliostro, which, from what we knew before that, it was only one.
Left,
Yeah. Which cause that's what Caecilius.
but he went back in time.
This is true. Yes.
Yeah,
The
he
time
went back.
travel thing. The time
Yeah,
travel thing makes things confusing.
he went back in time to when there was a whole library of all his
Yeah.
books.
And their books, just like a short explanation, they're just pretty much books with spells from like old times, dark
On pretty
spells.
much anything.
Yeah, I believe there's a couple pages from the Dark Hold in some of them.
Yeah,
So it's like a lot of things that you shouldn't do with magic
yeah.
stored in there. And it's like, if you shouldn't do if it's magic you shouldn't use, why not just burn the books?
That's probably what happened. They're all gone.
Yeah, it's like, if it's that bad, if it's gonna affect reality that much. Um, so seeing how strong he got, how desperate this Doctor Strange
Yeah.
got to bring Christine back, consuming all these creatures, and what he, according to the librarian, he was holding, he was in there for centuries,
Yeah.
consuming them for centuries, but I guess time wasn't moving the same outside. It
That's how he got
was.
old. Remember, he was like, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Time."
Yeah,
He
but
got old and he died. That's how long Strange was
okay,
in
so
there
in
for.
that Strange, in that time, pretty much everybody on the outside that he knew was dead
No, because remember
because
he
he
went
was in
back in
there for.
time. He went to the past, so he didn't know anybody there but that one guy.
Okay.
So like even like so by the time he went to, everybody's not even born yet. Everyone's gonna be born maybe thousands of years in the future.
Yeah, it honestly made me question, really thinking about that, of
We
him
didn't even
consuming
see
all the
what
power,
time he went to.
all the. Yeah, I know. Assuming he consumed all the all, like he consumed all that power, right? I'm surprised that the other Doctor Strange was able to hold his own for so long. Because
Yeah.
like this Doctor Strange
Well, he
really must have
lost.
been strong. Yeah, but he held his own for a while.
Yeah. Well, he was still Sorcerer Supreme by that point. Remember, he had beaten the Marvel.
Yeah. And seeing those two capes fight was so funny. It's so epic. And the dark cape was like blocking him. It's like, you ain't going
No,
nowhere. You're not
it
going
was Doctor
anywhere.
Strange's cape blocking the Dark Cape.
Was it?
The Dark Cape was trying to go back to the
That's
bad, and
right.
it was just like nope,
Like,
nope, and
nah,
that's when
get
it
out of
ran and
here.
grabbed his hands.
That was great. That was great. I wish we would have seen a little more variety of like spells being used though, because we've seen a lot of what they were doing kind of in the live action.
Yeah, and the bad one only shot energy blasts and then
Yeah.
used copied some creatures. Used
Yeah,
some
the
creatures.
creatures part, I was like, okay,
That's pretty
okay, we're
cool.
getting somewhere with the magic, but then they kind of slowed it down, and
Yeah,
but this episode actually definitely looked better too. The visuals were
yeah.
definitely more like that between the fights between them. I love the artwork
And it
and
had a
everything.
crazy ending too.
Oh man,
The
the whole
Watcher, they
time
started
first when he
talking,
was when he was consuming the creatures, and the Watcher is like, like, what do I
talking.
do? He's like, who's there? Like, that's how you know he's Sorcerer Supreme. We could sense him. He even knew, as we learned later, we knew that he knew who the Watcher was. He was
Yeah.
heard of him before,
He's
and
like, you're a god. He's like, I am not a god, and neither are you.
yo, for real. And he would have never thought, like he said, like who would have thought that's literally the moment he saved her. That was it. The timeline completely, because
Mm-hmm.
it just crumbled on itself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because that's what
uh
the ancient one was warning about. When you that's what happens when you try to like change an absolute point. When you change an absolute point, the whole everything just destroys. It kind of crumbles on itself.
yeah.
It disappears.
And he was so strong that he was literally stopping it
Mm-hmm.
from crumbling on itself, like
But
slowing
technically,
it
doesn't
down.
that mean he's just sitting there
Yeah,
in that
in a
little
void.
ball?
I'm telling you, I feel like these shows are gonna connect.
He's gonna come back as an evil Doctor Strange.
To see him come back as a good Doctor Strange in that power level would be bananas.
Yo, that would be crazy. But I don't know. I'm losing everything. I feel like
Yeah, lost his
that would
entire
have
timeline. That's
broken
a
him.
really
Bro,
scary
he's
villain.
Mephisto.
Mephisto confirmed. That's it. Mephisto confirmed. But yeah, the Watcher stood by that word, man.
Yep,
He
he
finally starts
was.
talking to him, and he's like, I guess I mean, it makes sense what he was trying to say. It's like if you already meddled with time enough, and now you want me to do it,
Yeah,
it's like me doing it isn't a cause of even
yeah.
like, but it wouldn't make sense because what would it affect? It would just affect their timeline. I don't know, how would it affect another timeline?
You know, you never know. Maybe like trying to fix everything releases a bunch of the bad guys. Locked away in their own dimensions. Which those people are powerful enough to go into other timelines and do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. And hopefully we get some sort of like answer, as to like whether he's like that's it, he just like is gone and
Yeah,
in a void, because in the comics we do have, like you said, the people and beings that like either live or travel
yeah,
in between universes, so that would be cool for someone to find him like
and
Kang.
he's definitely capable.
Right, that would be nice. That would be actually really cool to see. Now it has me wonder if we're gonna see the Watcher intervene anything on anything, because he definitely considered it for a moment.
He
He definitely
did.
sat there and he was like,
I wonder if that confirms
what do
he's
I do?
Uatu and not just a random watcher.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Uatu.
Because if it is, he does intervene at one time. Yeah,
He's
one
in
time.
well in the comics. He's intervened a bunch of times now,
Really?
but yeah, um, I wonder what's gonna be the event to make him intervene. If we're gonna see him
Mm.
intervene in the What If series, and maybe that causes the little Avengers group. Because I swear in the trailer, the way they depict it, like they show the images of everyone in their respective timeline, but they make it look as if it was T'Challa, Star Lord, Gamora, and
Yeah,
Thanos
like
armor,
it's
as if
literally
they were
each.
the Avengers
Yeah.
standing together. And it's like, what are we doing here? Are we gonna see like all these people team up and maybe face that Doctor Strange? That'd be cool.
Yo, that would be crazy.
That'd be cool. These episodes are short though, so it's like
Yeah.
it's cool, short and sweet. We have Shang-Chi coming out released today.
Yeah, typically
Which we'll
too.
probably have something on that maybe in a week and a half or so. Yeah,
Yeah,
having to
we
do
should.
the explanations. But yes, let us know what you guys thought of evil Doctor Strange. It would be cool to see the actual Doctor Strange in the MCU face him. Let
Yo,
us know if you'd like
that
to
would
see
be
that.
crazy.
Please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our breakdowns, and we'll see you all in the next one.